Thank you, Leslie. One of the reasons that Senator Peter Domenici of New Mexico was considered so long as a real possibility for George Bush's running mate is because he speaks fluent Spanish. But it was not Domenici. It turned out to be Quayle. And as you heard Leslie Stahl in the interview with the governor of Florida say, he doesn't think there will be a problem in carrying Florida the Bush-Quayle ticket. In Texas and California, the Democrats think it could be another story. Bashing Democrats as, quote, liberal is a favored sport of this Republican convention. You heard Bill Graham do it a moment ago. A little earlier, Bob Dole did it. It's as if the word liberal were a one-party word. To some, it's as if Thomas E. Dewey, Dwight David Eisenhower, and Nelson Rockefeller never existed. And what about Harold Fergus? Harold Fergus? Well, let Charles Kuralt tell you about him.
The Republicans probably thought they had drummed all the liberals out of this convention. Somehow they missed Harold Fergus. There he sits, amid 2,277 delegates to this overwhelmingly conservative convention. A liberal. Harold Fergus, a third-generation Republican from Washington, Pennsylvania, is a George Bush supporter, like nearly all the other delegates. But Harold marches to a different drummer.
It's time to talk issues, to use the dreaded L word.
Harold Fergus listened the other day as President Reagan flayed the Democrats with the awful word.
Liberal, liberal, liberal.
And all the time, Harold Fergus harbored the secret knowledge. He is a liberal.
You probably believe in equal rights for women.
Absolutely. I'm against amending the Constitution for prayer in school. Last night I was watching Pat Robertson on television, and he was telling me that I shouldn't go to see a movie. And that, quite frankly, annoyed me.
He's against outlawing abortion. He's against President Reagan's Star Wars defense. He worries about the poor and homeless.
I am not the individual that would say the poor should starve to death in the streets, because I feel very strongly that we have an obligation to those people, yes.
9 delegates to this convention described themselves as liberals. That leaves 2,268 delegates for Harold Fergus to argue with.
Or even more important right now on that.
We got to draw the line with the separation of church and state.
We left him arguing about school prayer with fellow Pennsylvania delegate Tom Uran. Harold Fergus, a lonely, rather brave figure out there on Canal Street, symbol of a kind of Republican that once was, but almost isn't anymore.
Patriotism is brought back into the schools.
This is Charles Kuralt.
Charles Kuralt, joining me once again here in our seat.